Hi there and welcome to Apple World. So it seems as though not every person is amped up for Ashanti and Nelly's wedding and the way that they're having a child at any point in the near future. While the greater part of us have been glad for the new couple, Nelly's ex Shantel has been acting untidy. She has been tossing conceal at Ashanti and indicating that Ashanti took Nelly from her. It appears as though Ashanti is weary of Shantel's theatrics and truly who needs to manage all that show. When you're pregnant, did Ashanti at long last applaud back and set Shantel straight? And did Nelly truly vow to wed Shantel? And not Ashanti? We should get into it alright, so it's quite easy to see the rest. As on why Shantel would be pungent about Nelly and Ashanti. She felt that she planned to wed Nelly, not Ashanti, particularly since Ashanti and Nelly's sentiment crashed and burned, and they went through years going after one another. For the people who don't know, Nelly and Shanti initially met at an occasion for the 2003 Grammy Grant Assignment Declarations. Nelly chose to play it smooth, and on second thought, instead of asking her for her number, he chose to ask her for her signature. Rather, they began dating after that. Yet for quite a while they decided to keep the subtleties of their relationship hidden, where they weren't precisely smooth, since fans before long set up to and understood that they had a little something going on. Shani kept on demanding that they were companions, and in 2008, she told Individuals magazine that me and Nelly are old buddies and we kick it, hang out a ton. The business is exceptionally hard, so it's great to have a good time and ease it up. Nelly likewise demanded that there was nothing heartfelt continuing, and he expressed it out loud. Whatever Individuals don't comprehend is that I think you truly must be companions first. That is the thing. There's no need to focus on how long it requires. There's no investment limit on this. I'm not an individual who needs to be hitched at least a time or two. I'm not an individual who needs to be seeing someone more than once. You're biting the dust assuming you leave me. Yet the following thing, we realized separation tales began following them. And young lady, let me let you know it was not pretty. They at long last separated in 2013, and there were gossipy tidbits about disloyalty on both sides, with sources on Nelly's side asserting that Ashanti purportedly went behind his back with different men. The source guaranteed that for quite a long time, Nelly has been hearing tales that Ashanti was dozing around. However, he would have rather not accepted the reports. It's never been mysterious. Ashanti ain't precisely sweet and guiltless, and among industry people, it is normal, master, that Gotti hit that. Yet for the most significant length of time, Cornell decided to ignore bits of hearsay that Ashanti had been passed around among rappers like Jay-Z and Nas, as well as among less popular makers like Santana. There were even tales that Ashanti purportedly figured out that he was playing with Kesha Cole and that this prompted a hamburger between Ashanti and Kesha. I don't have any idea how genuine this is, but nevertheless, the charges were flying high. Ashanti likewise implied that Nelly tricked in her too never ought to have. She said you were all that I needed. I became hopelessly enamored with your entire existence from that second on. I couldn't envision you truly harming me or abusing me in your adoration. I ought to have known streams of tears and these sharp agonies in my heart, assuming this was the way that you cherished me. You never ought to have adored me. She ultimately focused on the relationship in 2015 when she said, I think in some cases, when individuals have their own frailties, it permits them to carry on of character. I've been sold out. You simply need to develop. You need to grow up, and you need to acknowledge liability regarding the things that you do. I seriously hate individuals being weaklings, and it seems as though she clutched the resentment on the grounds that in 2018 she went after Nelly during a show. She was up in front of an audience talking, saying I've been double-crossed before freely, and somebody from the group made a move to say screw Nelly, and she said, word. See, I simply need to ensure you truly see precisely what I'm saying since I've been double-crossed before openly. Applause. I simply need music applause everything, so with all that the last thing that you believe is that they would not exclusively be together for several years yet in addition wedded with a child on the way, particularly since Nelly appeared to have continued on with his now ex Shantel. You know what? Similar lady who has been blamed for concealing Ashanti. The thing about Shantel is that she held it down for Nelly 100%. When they were dating, he undermined all her three's work days and had more bamboozling embarrassments than I can count. However, she remained with him in any event. When various ladies blamed him for acting improperly with them, she generally hopped in to shield him. She blamed the people for lying, saying those dates these Jane does are asserting I was at those Settings in the changing areas, and on that visit transport, there are ladies managing main problems, and interestingly individuals are tuning in, and there is an opportunity for genuine change however this works. K is all disparaged and makes things harder for survivors when individuals like Nelly likewise guaranteed that he maintained that hers should be with him everlastingly, saying, "I wouldn't need my life to not have Shantel in it. We've been seeing each other for 5 or 6 years whenever you can." Associate with someone like that, it turns out for the long run she's sweet, delightful, and the more we get to realize each other, she's similarly as lovely inside. He likewise guaranteed that they were pursuing a commitment, yet that never happened. Things got a peace string among them and Shantel requested a break, yet Nelly presumably saw this as a departure plan, and he unloaded her for good not long after the crush he and Ashanti got spirit. And like I said, no one could have seen this approaching, not even Ashanti herself. Are you insane? For what reason did you believe that this was by no means the individual and the excursion for you? I mean, I think about when you go through a separation from me by and by, ISS. Or to recently close that individual out, you realize similar to affirm that part is shut, and you simply continue on, and there's nothing there. Anywho, they reconnected on the Versus stage, where Fat Joe and Ju set it up without letting us know Ashanti, in light of the fact that they realized she planned to pull out. Assuming she realized that Nelly would have been there, they met on stage, embraced it out, and that was all there was to it. Quick forward to November 2022, and Ashanti and Nelly astonished everybody. They rejoined in front of an audience to perform Body on Me at Power 98.3 and 96. One under the mistletoe show in Arizona. The science between them was certain, demonstrated. They actually had that flash discussion about perfect partners not long after reports began twirling about them getting back together. They were seen clasping hands after the Javante Davis versus Ryan Garcia fight at T Portable Field in Las Vegas. Then they got back in the game back as a couple, showing up on honorary pathway for the 3rd yearly birthday ball for Quality Control Chief Pierre P. Thomas at the Fox Theater in Atlanta. From that point forward, it's been going great. Fans at last got their blissful finishing when Ashanti declared their commitment to April 2023. Nelly proposed during a personal second while Ashanti was stilling her PGs at home. The following thing we realized. Ashanti reported that she was pregnant. Fans were excited for her since she has consistently spoken about how she needs to be a mother, saying parenthood is something that I've anticipated and shares with my family life part. Tainer and steadfast fans who have been so strong of my profession is an astonishing encounter. And like that is insufficient, we additionally figured out that they had subtly gotten hitched and everything looked awesome between them, with the exception of the way that Shantel is by all accounts made up for lost time in her sentiments and is tossing shots at Nell and Ashanti while she was doing a question and answer on IG. As of late, a fan asked her how she felt about an individual reuniting with an ex, and Shantel chose to toss conceal, saying that she doesn't go in reverse. I'm so hot. Am I single? Yes. I'm single and prepared to blend my ethnicity. I'm Native American. High contrast. How about we see this? They expressed out loud whatever exhortation you have for somebody that went back to someone they truly cherished. I mean, assuming that turns out for you, you ought to get it done. I don't return. I don't go in reverse. So then there's the time that Nelly posted an image of Shanti sitting on his lap and composed, obviously not delightful, I'm fine. I love you as well. Ashanti reposted that image with the subtitle, LMAO darling, I'm going to realize you out. This had individuals discussing how adorable they were. And the next thing we realized, Shantel chose to post this music video. It's not hard to see that she's sort of pungent about the circumstances. And she actually is, by all accounts, in affection with him. Yet these angsts are making her terrible. Search and open, particularly in light of the fact that Ashanti is vigorously pregnant. Now, I don't anticipate that Ashanti should answer right away. However, I think we can all concur that when she answers, it will be savage AF in light of the fact that everybody realizes that Ashanti has a brilliant mouth. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.